What is up, you guys? My name is Ethan. Very happy to have you here. In today's video, we're gonna be discussing a few things that I picked up from my home recently that I really love and wanna share with you guys. On my TikTok account, I do monthly favorites, and it's kind of a series I've been going at for the past year and a half. People seem to really like them, and I thought it'd be fun to do a similar idea, but only about home related things, and here on YouTube, because we kind of only really discuss home decor on this channel. We don't talk a lot about like fragrance or fashion or any of that kind of stuff. If you want me to, I can talk more about that, but I've mostly kept things pretty home focused on this channel. So we're gonna be doing my first home favorites or home pickups video that I've ever done, which is basically just gonna be me walking around the house showing you stuff that I really like that I've picked up somewhat recently. If you are not subscribed to my channel yet, I would love for you to be subscribed. If you are subscribed but you don't follow me on Instagram or TikTok and you're on those platforms, then please DM me on there and say hello and let me know that you came from YouTube. All right, let's not waste any more time and get into our first home favorite. This is the book Dark Knees by photographer Mark Cohen. I am a coffee table book, photography book, art book fiend. I just honestly feel like you can't ever have enough books in your house, specifically ones that focus on design or art or photography of any sort. This particular book has been on my wish list for a really long time because it is actually out of print, and so the only way you can buy this is if you find someone selling it online, and unfortunately people sell them for a lot. But I found this one for $350, which is still a ton of money to spend on a book. However, this is something that I've been wanting for a few years. I finally got it, and I really don't have any regrets. I will also say I was lucky enough to get a version of the book that is signed. I don't know if you can see that, but it's signed by Mark, New York City, 2014. I originally found out about Mark Cohen when I was taking a film photography course back in college. Everyone in the class had to find one photographer that they really connected with and study their work, figure out what we loved about it, basically learn about their career and how they got to where they were. And for me, I picked Mark because I always found his work to be very evocative of the moment. I also like that a lot of it has this very high contrast, almost unsettling kind of look to it. One thing I love about Mark's work is that he doesn't look through his viewfinder when he shoots. He pretty much just engages with the subject and the environment, and I find that it produces really magical results. A lot of his work feels very dynamic and interesting, and it's just like this certain energy that you can't force or produce. It just kind of happens, and while it's happening, I guess he photographs it and creates these really beautiful images. A large majority of this book is black and white, but there are some color images. I love his perspective. I love what he gets out of his subjects, and as someone who loves beautiful objects, this is right at home in my house. Sitting on my coffee table. Next, I want to show you guys Cabana magazine, which is a magazine that focuses on design, interior decor, architecture. First of all, the magazine itself is beautiful. It's a really thick publication, and the cover is made out of fabric, which is really unique. I think it looks great. Out of all of the interior decor and architectural magazines that exist, for me, this one is definitely the most inspiring. I love the mix of different styles. It gives a lot of inspiration on how I can basically incorporate these really elevated ideas into my own space. A lot of people ask me where I get inspiration for my house, and honestly, magazines are a really big part of that. I feel like a lot of us on social media see very similar styles or the same regurgitated images on Pinterest and TikTok and Instagram, and while all those things are great, I do feel like people really yearn for a much more unique perspective, and I feel like you're gonna find that in magazines. This particular story called A Family Affair is my favorite in the magazine, and it highlights this cottage in Connecticut, and it is just the perfect mixture of like different styles done in a way that is so timeless. If you are someone who's into architecture or interior design, you will really appreciate this. The next thing I want to show you guys is my actual coffee table, which I picked up off of Facebook Marketplace for $35. Let me show it to you guys. I want to say the family that sold me this said that it was handmade by one of their family members, and honestly, when I moved into this apartment, I actually had a coffee table from my last house, which I loved there. I didn't love it as much in this space, so when I got settled in here, I ended up selling it and then realized that I don't like being coffee table So when I looked on Facebook, I just happened to come across this one, reached out, went to pick it up immediately, and I have no regrets. I love the style of the coffee table. It's made out of real wood. I did feel a little weird about the height of the legs. I thought that maybe they were a little too high, but the longer I've been with it, the more I like it. And I really like that it leans kind of like Spanish old world, but then there are these circular cutouts, and I feel like that circle shape modernizes it somehow a little bit. It just makes it feel a little bit more fresh. It is such a solid piece, and I mean, for $35, you can't find a coffee table at IKEA for that price. So absolutely no complaints. Oh, my candle is dripping all over the coffee table. That's fine, it was $35. Is there anything else on here I want to show you? Oh, another favorite of mine are these coasters that I found at the thrift store. I want to say I got the set of 4 for like $8, and I found these at a spot in the like Silver Lake Echo Park area, but I love them. I always talk about mixing different materials and colors, and that kind of being like what makes a space interesting, what makes it like visually work. Yeah, there's not too much else to say about these other than I really love the way that they look. And honestly, I feel like coasters are one of those things that when you buy them new, they're never cool. Coasters you can find at thrift stores, and they always are so much cooler than when you buy them new. So go find some cool coasters at your thrift store and put them on your old coffee table. Another thing that I found while thrifting is this cube with a dandelion encapsulated inside of it. I don't know if this is made out of like acrylic or what, but I just think this is so cool. If you watch my Rose Bowl haul that I did with my friend Rob a few months ago, we found an hourglass decorative thing. Let me just go grab it, hold on. Here it is. So yeah, what I was saying is my friend Rob and I found this hourglass decorative object at Rose Bowl a few months ago, and I just think it looks so cool. I love how the glass is aged, and this just looks great on a desk, or in the case of my little dandelion. That is what this is called, right? Dandelion? If not, just correct me. This is really cool on my coffee table, and I love the way that it looks when light hits it. These are just really cool looking objects, and I honestly want to start a little collection of them and maybe put them somewhere all together, or just keep them scattered around my house like I've been doing. Then we have my medicine cabinet, which is something that I have really been loving. I got this at Rose Bowl a few months ago, the same time actually that I got that little acrylic hourglass that I showed you just a few moments ago. It was on that same trip. We really lucked out that day. Inside of this, I keep my herbs, medicines, and just anything that's like supplement related that I reach for on a regular basis. There's 2 shelves and then a storage compartment here where you can put even more stuff. Honestly, I love the style of this cabinet because it's really old and weathered and has this beautiful textured glass on the front. And a very subtle detail is that on the inside of the glass, there's this metal wiring, which is little, but you know, it's the details that make something like this really cool. Another detail that I really like is here on the side, there is this embossed floral sort of design. I will put clips on screen so you can actually see it more clearly, because where you're positioned right now, you can't see it. But it's just a really unique piece, and I want to say I paid like $50 for it, maybe less, maybe more. I love this angle through here into my kitchen, which there's a couple favorites in there that I'll show you too in just a little bit. But before we get into the kitchen and talk about our favorites in there, I want to talk about Ritual, which is one of my favorite supplement companies. One of their products that I have really been relying on is stress relief. Inside each of these capsules, there are 3 different ingredients that I was actually taking separately, and Ritual combined basically all 3 of those into one product. So this is a lot more ideal for me. Ingredient number 1 is ashwagandha. This essentially lowers your cortisol levels and reduces stress. The next 2 ingredients I've been hearing a lot of people talk about, specifically on TikTok, and that is L-theanine, which is clinically proven to target stress within the first hour of taking it. And then you have my personal favorite, which is saffron. Saffron has been around a very long time, but it's only recently that a lot of people have started talking about it. It essentially works to enhance your mood and make you feel more positive. Saffron is one of those things that you don't see as often in these types of supplements, so I love that Ritual included it. Ritual also includes a little disc inside each bottle that is scented, and mine smells like orange. It's really nice. One thing I really like about this product is that it doesn't make you drowsy. And sometimes supplements meant to relax you or calm you down can actually make you feel a little like too calm. this strikes the balance really well. I usually take one of these in the morning when I first wake up, and the cool thing about this product is that it has an 8-hour release period, so it's meant to support your stress levels throughout the day. Just like the capsule itself, Ritual is a very transparent company about their ingredients. Stress relief is traceable, so you can see where every ingredient comes from. If you want to give Ritual a try and start your subscription today, be sure to use code EthanGaskill for 25% off your first month. Thank you, Ritual, for sponsoring today's video. Now I am going to go into the kitchen and take my stress relief. The next thing I want to show you guys are these Jerga dish rags that I got from a place called Coop, which is a little homeware boutique based here in Los Angeles. I purchased a few things from this store, but the first time I ever went was like almost a year ago with my friend Rob. Rob picked these up when he was in there, and I was like, dang, those are really beautiful, but we can't have matching dish rags. I'm just gonna keep looking and see if I can find another cool dish rag somewhere else, even though I love these. And I could never find dish rags that I liked more than these. So Rob, if you're watching this, we are dish rag twins now. But these are really cool. They're like woven in Mexico, and apparently this particular type of dish rag is really good for not only just dishes, but cleaning in general. It's like known for having incredible durability. It's sort of coarse a little bit, so it like scrubs well, but also is absorbent, so it'll dry dishes off as you are cleaning them. And I just love the way it looks. The one I went for is striped, but they have another variation that is just like solid ivory, and that looks really good too. But I love the colors of the striped with the navy blue and red. Yeah, it just adds a little bit of color in my kitchen, which is otherwise pretty neutral. I want to say these are sold in sets of 3, and I paid around $45 for them. So not too shabby considering my last set of dish rags were a hand-me-down from my mom, and I had them for probably 12 years. So I imagine these will last me just as long, if not longer. Finally, we're gonna head to my bedroom where I will show you guys my last favorite. So let's go. Our last favorite is actually something I've not yet used, but I've had it for a couple weeks and I've been waiting for this video because I've wanted to do this video for a second now, but I've been waiting on doing this video to show you guys and unbox this on camera. And this favorite is from the brand Morrow, which is a bedding company that I have heard a lot about and been really wanting to try, but this particular product has been sold out for quite a long time. So we're gonna take it out of the box and put it on my bed and see how it looks. Okay. Okay guys, the bed cover is on. What do we think? I love it. It was 100% worth the wait. It has this very soft, broken in quality to it that you usually only find with vintage bedding, but this kind of like feels that way right out of the box, which is definitely a quality that I look for in nice bedding. The colors, the striping, it's just all so perfect, and I'm really happy that this is now a part of my bedding collection. I have a feeling I'm not gonna want to take this off of my bed too frequently because honestly it makes my room look so much cooler. Yeah, I would love to get some other stuff from Morrow. They also have towels and other types of bedding and bath mats and a lot of things on their website. So impressed and can't wait to get more. That is it for today's video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, I can definitely do more of them. I know that a lot of the items on today's list were like thrifted or secondhand, and a lot of you guys request things that you can actually go out and buy. So I tried my best to do a mix. I just can't help it. I really like buying stuff secondhand for my house. So hopefully for the things that you can't go out and purchase, it'll encourage you to go to a thrift store and maybe find something similar if you like the look of what I showed in today's video. But yeah, that concludes today's video. I'm gonna take a nap now. Bye guys.